technology instead of a simple hierarchy like they're using. So I guess that's not a refactoring, that's just an improvement. So here's the CSA subsystem. It is responsible for, stands for Cluster Study and Apply. The primary internal code bases, those are code bases we have developed, I've developed, are CSO, Radar, Packager, and Architect. And there are hundreds of dependencies. Flossmol is an extremely useful project for this. I tend to use Debian, Perl, and Emacs. I want to use more, but it's just been what's been practical for this project because Debian, like I said, has the archive. Perl is very system-oriented, so it expedites those tasks, and then Emacs I find to be very useful. So it's programmable. I'm sure VI is. So the CSO stands for Comprehensive Software Ontology, and it's not really an ontology yet. It's a database at this point, but it has about 150,000 to maybe 300,000 systems. There's redundancies, and that's why I don't know exactly how many are in there. Now, when it say is developed, that means should be. So I would like to develop that queue very soon. I find it difficult to just go out and randomly package stuff. Or not difficult, but just no motivation to do so. The software is retrieved by Radar. That's my little system that handles like connecting to SourceForge and retrieving the software or connecting to Subversion repositories. It actually doesn't do that. I just realized that. But it should. Packager is a neat little system. It's really poorly written, but it does suffice to expedite the semi-automatic packaging of code bases that are retrieved from the internet. Then the packages are uploaded to an unofficial repository that just using the standard Debian repository tools. Architect is a little more far-fetched system which analyzes the capabilities of systems and matches them to the requirements. So the output of Architect should go into the shared priority queue. So far, 376 packages have been made. All of these have been manually initiated, so it's not like we're subjectively packaging software off the SourceForge yet. I thought about doing it the other day, but I haven't. The packager needs to be tidied up. It's been since 2006 I haven't worked on it. It's kind of become derelict. I say that right there. Okay, there's a neat little development that I don't know how to say his name. Josh Booman has generated hundreds of CPAN packages, and we would appreciate any assistance on doing that. It's all working, and his software is nice because it packages dependencies. Mine doesn't at this point. It was a feature I wanted to add, but he beat me to it, and so it packages dependencies of CPAN. So he can begin iterating over CPAN, but he needs more server space, and he wants to add tools so that other people can do some of the packaging, automatic packaging, and upload them to their central repository. So that would mean an automated Debian archive of all CPAN, which is a good start. Obviously, what are the other major programming language repositories? Anyone? I don't know them. What's like, does Python have one? And then there's like Gems is a different one. And so anyway, obviously all of that would want to package. And you would do that using a particular, a particular, what do you call those? I forget. So let's see, CSO. Now we're talking, ontology tools, knowledge bases from AI, and I actually have some nifty tools like. Oops. So here's CSO in action, right? Anyone have a capability they're interested in? like given, like for instance, you could have question answering, right? So CSO. So there's Arania, which is a nice question answering system. And
so you're searching on system capabilities then?
no, that is just a text search at this point. The other day I experimented with doing, what do you call it? What is it where you propagate power through, I'll look it up. Search. Spreading activation. I tried out a spreading activation search the other day. That wasn't much better. At one point in time, the actual system that handles searching for things like that is Critic. Critic is a framework to review entries for suitability to a goal or given task. It allows users to categorize blah, blah, blah. So this is the system that would also be part of the architecture for. We'd like to. I've packaged Critic actually. It doesn't work yet. I'll get to that about the packaging of the internal code bases. Yeah, Critic needs to be developed. It's in an early state. I'm looking into using some existing semantic web tools. So I don't have
packaging doesn't work.
Because I packaged all the systems using a variant of Packager. So yes, a problem with my systems as well as those on the internet is actually tracking how complete they are and how functional. That obviously belongs to the CSO system. You would have that type of capability. Now I haven't extracted the activity from the Flossmold database. It's not my to-do list. Whenever I have a new to-do list, I go like this. I say extract project activity from, what was it? Flossmold to CSO. And then it gets added. Normally this is my multi-agent system. This is the client to my multi-agent system. It does RPC. I just added that the other day. I'm very happy about that. And it used to do text classification to route these to the specific agents, but that wasn't effective enough. So I'm adding a more general classifier, except I don't know how to do that. So something that takes in more than just phasing features. But I'm sure I'll figure that out in a little bit. So we can use the BOSS system to look at the capabilities of CSO now. And that should, oops, that's odd. I have no idea why BOSS isn't spitting out the capabilities right now. That's why, it's capabilities. CSO. So you see it gets tacked on to the bottom there. And if I want to assert that that were done, I would go like this. Whoops, I would not do that. I would just select it, Control C, S, G, P, and then assert completed. And it adds it in, oops.